Hello, my name is Aesop. I'm a caregiver in Multispace who takes care of lots of different things, such as professional aspects and work. I'm busy a lot when I'm out, so I might not be streaming much. I'm an adult and celebrate my birthday on July 5th with the others. I use he/they pronouns and am questioning my gender. I'm either male or masculine non-binary. I'm also questioning my sexuality, but at the moment, I think bi is the best label for me. This may change in the future as I learn more about myself. I don't tend to spend my time watching things, but there are some exceptions. I like documentaries and videos that I can learn something from. One of my only entertainment shows is Gravity Falls, which I personally enjoyed a lot, though I'm not sure if I would have given it a chance on my own. But I am glad that I got to watch it since it's a very good show. If you know any other shows that are similar, even if it's for an older audience and isn't a cartoon, I'd be interested in looking into it. I tend to listen to music or streams in the background when I'm working. These streams are normally zatsudans or just talking streams, but I also listen to true crime, educational videos, or podcasts sometimes. Mostly, though, I prefer relaxation music. I like lo-fi for sure, but can also deal with classical music, instrumentals, or meditation tracks, as long as they don't have someone talking in the background. Those ones tend to annoy me. Listening to something helps me keep track of the time and reach my goals quicker. When I first came out, I considered a lot of different names. Wesley was the first, with West or Wes as a nickname. Then I found out I liked Leslie, with Les for short, and Grayson, with Gray for short. I also liked the names Arthur and Andrews, but I didn't have nicknames I liked for those ones. Eventually, I settled with Aesop for a myriad of reasons. The biggest two are that it's the name of a famous author of fables, and that the name is Greek in origin. Speaking of which, I'm fascinated with the ancient Greeks and their culture. From Athens to Sparta, I think we can learn a lot from their people, possibly more than other cultures. Their development of philosophy, politics, and mythology were particularly important in our human history. As you may be able to tell, I'm a big fan of learning. I think education is extremely important and think that everyone should try to learn as much as they can. It helps us to become better people and find out more about the world around us. While I do think school goes over some unnecessary things, I overall enjoy being in a classroom setting, so long as the professors are truly passionate about what they're teaching. I also like doing independent research to learn more about things that interest me. Any learning is good learning in my eyes. My favorite subjects are psychology, philosophy, and mythology. Psychology tells us a lot about the human mind and how it works, and thus more about ourselves. Psychology is arguably one of the scientific fields that impacts us as individuals the most. Philosophy is interesting to explore because it calls into question your own morals and beliefs. I think it's important to analyze the reason we believe things so we can continue to become more knowledgeable and understanding. Even if your views are generally good ones, it's still important to reflect on why you view things that way. Finally, mythology is interesting to me because it gives us a look at the many aspects of a culture through stories. A culture's beliefs, morals, and customs are often shown through their stories. In particular, I really like Greek mythology, but I also enjoy Norse, Roman, and Egyptian mythology a lot. I've also read some more recent mythos, such as Grimm's fairy tales. Although those don't completely fall under the mythology label, they have enough that I am willing to count them in. Other than mythology, I also read a lot of novels in general. I like long stories that I can really get into. While a lot of times this means I'm reading drawn-out novels, I also read collections of short stories and poems that have enough content that it takes me some time to get through them. Some of my favorite works are Percy Jackson, The Odyssey, and Lovecraftian-style horror stories. I am picky with the content I read, but I will mostly give anything a shot as long as it has some substance to it. I'm definitely not interested in light, slice-of-life novels, and typically don't lean towards young adult, with Percy Jackson being a major exception. I also like puzzle solving and mysteries. Whether this be at an interactive experience, inside of a book, a game, or otherwise, I will sit for hours until I've figured out all the pieces. This is one of the only things that can really distract me from my work, but since it helps expand my knowledge, I don't mind it as much as other distractions. Finally, I enjoy photography. I don't do it a lot, but if I go out somewhere, I'll probably take some pictures. I like having them to look back on for memories, and I think they can come out nicely if taken the right way. I like taking pictures of nature, pretty architecture, and of crowded tourist places. I do have 3 extra rules for my streams. The first is to come in with an understanding that I will probably stream shorter and less often than the others because I try to be busy when I'm out. The second is to expect cancellations if I get deep into my work. The second may change as we gain an income from this, as it will be higher prioritized then, but I'm here to make sure that we're getting responsibilities done. I have to prioritize those first. Finally, I am a perfectionist, so if you don't want me stressing out over minuscule issues that aren't really issues to begin with, try not to mention them. This is something that I need to work on myself, and I understand that. Thank you for listening to my talk. I appreciate it, and please support our journey by subscribing and turning notifications on. It would really help us out.